Hi, welcome back to 5 Minute Mark. Today I'll be recapping the movie Get Out, an American horror film in just 5 minutes. Watch out, spoilers ahead. Chris, a talented young African-American photographer, is in a loving relationship with his white girlfriend Rose. The two seem like a perfect match, but Chris can't help feeling anxious about meeting her family for the first time. Despite Rose's assurance that her parents are open-minded, he's uneasy about how they might react to their interracial relationship. On the drive to her family's estate, Chris calls his best friend Rod, a TSA officer, to thank him for taking care of his dog. When they arrive, it's clear Rose's family is wealthy. Her father, Dean, is a neurosurgeon, and her mother, Missy, is a psychiatrist. As Dean gives Chris a tour of their lavish home, he notices their housekeeper and groundskeeper are both black. Dean quickly explains that they were caretakers for his late parents, and he couldn't bear to let them go. Later, the family mentions they'll be hosting a big gathering the next day. The mood darkens when Chris talks about his mother's death in a car accident when he was young. To lighten things, Dean suggests Missy could hypnotize him to quit smoking. During dinner, Rose's brother Jeremy behaves oddly, making racist remarks about Chris's physique and genetics, even trying to provoke him into a fight. Rose defends Chris, but the night leaves him unsettled. That night, unable to sleep, Chris steps outside for a smoke. Suddenly, Walter, the groundskeeper, sprints toward him at full speed, but veers away at the last moment. Moments later, he sees Georgina, the housekeeper, staring blankly at her reflection. Uneasy, he returns inside, where Missy invites him for a talk. Without warning, she begins stirring her tea rhythmically, making Chris feel dizzy and trapped. She asks about his mother's death until he breaks down, then commands him to sink. Chris finds himself paralyzed, falling into a dark void called the sunken place, unable to move or speak. He wakes up in Rose's bed, unsure if it was a dream. Trying to shake it off, he goes outside to take photos and runs into Walter again, whose odd speech sounds like that of an older white man. Walter mentions Missy's hypnosis, confirming it wasn't a dream. Disturbed, Chris tells Rose, but she insists her mom meant no harm. Later that day, rich white guests arrive for the gathering, fawning over Chris, complimenting his physique, touching his arms and saying how black is in fashion. Among them is Jim Hudson, a blind art curator who genuinely admires Chris's photography. While exploring, Chris meets another black man, Logan King, who also acts like an older white man trapped in a young body. When Chris secretly takes a photo of Logan with his phone, the flash triggers a bizarre reaction. Logan's nose bleeds and he lunges at Chris, shouting, "Get out!" before being escorted away. Trying to stay calm, Rose suggests a walk, but as they leave, her family hosts a silent auction where Jim Hudson wins the bid for Chris. Later, Chris sends Logan's photo to Rod, who recognizes him as Andre, a missing man from their neighborhood. Terrified, Chris tells Rose they need to leave. But when he finds a hidden box of photos showing Rose with several other black ex-boyfriends, including Walter and Georgina, he realizes she's part of her family's sinister plan. Downstairs, he demands the car keys, but Rose reveals she's in on it. Missy taps her teacup again, sending Chris into a trance. He wakes up tied to a chair in the basement, where a video explains the family's secret. They transplant the brains of wealthy white people into black bodies in a procedure called coagula. Jim Hudson plans to take over Chris's body for his eyes. Refusing to give up, Chris blocks his ears with cotton from the chair to avoid hypnosis. When Jeremy comes to collect him, Chris kills him with a cue ball and escapes, impaling Dean with deer antlers and setting the house on fire. After killing Missy and stomping Jeremy to death, he flees. While driving away, he hits Georgina and, out of guilt, puts her in the car, but she attacks him, causing a crash that kills her. Rose appears with a rifle and orders Walter, her grandfather in a younger body, to attack. Chris uses his camera flash to free Walter's real consciousness, who turns the gun on Rose before killing himself. Exhausted and bleeding, Chris walks away as Rose, injured, begs for help. Suddenly, flashing lights appear. It looks like the police, but it's actually Rod who's come to rescue him. Relieved, Chris gets in the car, leaving the burning house and Rose behind as they drive into the night, finally escaping the nightmare. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this recap, leave a like and subscribe for more 5-minute movie breakdowns. I'll see you in the next one.